Hello, beautiful people. I hope that you're all doing so well. I hope that you're thriving. I hope that you're taking care of yourself. And most importantly, I hope that you have had a fabulous week. If you didn't know where you were and what you're listening to, you are here with me in the car listening to the Doing Life with Love and Magic podcast. I am your host, Ndwenhle, and this is the space whereby I like to chat shit, where I like to share my life's perspective as I navigate clumsily through my 20s, because the 20s really do be an interesting time. And I think there's just a lot of opportunity to build the foundations of who you want to be, as you grow through this life. And granted, we never really stop fully learning and growing as individuals, navigate this thing we call life. We could decide to change our lives at the age of 55, 35, 45. It could be any time. But I honestly just wanted to use this as an opportunity to share some of my experiences. And if there's anyone out there that resonates, that can feel entertained or learn what to do or what not to do or whatever, then I feel like I've done what I need to do. And if none of the shit that I speak about resonates with you and you actually don't like me, it's okay as well. Please feel free to find something else that does resonate with you, because life is really way too short to be spending it listening to or being around people that just don't sit well with you. So find something that does, please, I implore you, and leave me the fuck alone. Not to say that anyone has done anything to me, but just leave it alone. But yeah, anyway, before we get into today's podcast episode, is there anything else that I wanted to say? No, I think I've said enough. On to today's episode. So hi guys. So there's an episode that I recorded yesterday, just delving into some of my thoughts, which were very chaotic, about the summer I turned pretty. And I feel because I spent Friday, Saturday pretty much indoors in my bed, I just felt like I needed to go outside today and touch some grass and smell some fresh air and all of that stuff. So what I did was I cleaned the house, because it is my routine that on a Sunday I like to do some cleaning, just so that the house is looking decent before we enter into the new week, So I feel I need to work that out, because I'd like to get that done as early as possible, so I can have the rest of the day to do some really cute and nice things. So I want to say that I wrapped up cleaning at around 1:30ish in the afternoon, and then I decided I was gonna hit the gym, because I didn't even go to pole yesterday, and I was I need to have some form of movement, because otherwise I will fucking lose my mind. Well, not really, but it just felt it would be really nice to do some sort of movement, and I was just really craving some exercise. So I went, and I've been trying these new workouts, because I honestly feel when it comes to my workouts as well, I've become pretty, what's the word I'm looking for, very much in a routine, or a rut, let me rather say, when it comes to my workouts. I've been using the Nike training app for the longest time, and as much as I love it and I think it's super cool and there's some really great workouts that are in there, I feel I just see it so much. Does that even make sense? I feel I've just been on there for way too long, and I'm tired, and I feel my body has just become very stagnant and used to the workouts that are on there. Even though I switch up the program, sometimes I switch up the number of weights that I'm using, and also I just feel I'm in a very weird time in life whereby I don't feel I'm as consistent enough to see results when it comes to my workouts, when it comes to my eating, and I'm just really trying to get back into some sort of good flow, or some sort of good vibe when it comes to that, because I just feel like I'm not seeing any results. I feel like I look exactly the same, and it's fine. I'm not mad about that, but I do really want to enter an era where I can see the fruits of my labor, you know? So what I've been doing is I've been saving some workouts from Pinterest and just like seeing if, you know, doing some of those like helps me feel like I'm somewhat out of a rut. Just try something new, like new and different energy, like actually use the machines more, like lift some heavier weights if I can lift them, like just spice it up and like freak my body out with something new, you know, something slightly more uncomfortable, if that makes sense. So I've started doing that. So when I went to gym today, I did that and it was just like really nice to do. And after that, I went and I sourced a little bit of like some things that I needed for lunch this week, because I just find that having some snacks nearby like really helps me remember to eat, because I've just also fallen into very bad patterns lately of like not eating when I'm at work, because I'm like feeling like I'm concentrating so much on trying to get shit done that I sometimes completely forget to eat. And it's not great. It's really not good. I honestly feel like it's super important to make sure that you fuel your body with something when you're at work. And the other thing that I honestly feel like is super important, which I have been neglecting to do, and I was genuinely honestly hoping that I'd be able to do more of, is just take regular breaks, like, you know, 20 minutes, if like 30 is not possible, or 15, just to go outside, breathe some fresh air, give my brain a little bit of a rest, and just like help pull myself towards myself. And I'm gonna say I'll give myself grace, because these past 2 weeks have been quite hectic and there's just been a lot on the plate. So I completely give myself grace for skipping out on meals, and also not making time to like step away from my desk and like breathe air and actually be human, you know. But it's okay, we'll hopefully get back on track this week, and I'm just putting good energy into the air. Anyway, the whole reason why I told you that is because after I had gone for my little mini grocery haul, I had this urge to just go to the driving range. And like my friend actually introduced me to the driving range, like I want to say 2 weeks ago, 2-3-ish weeks ago. He and I went out there and he gave me some pointers on how to hit the ball, and it was honestly so lovely, like so lovely, especially because I was just feeling very heart sore at that time. So it was just nice to be outside, you know, kind of learn something new, have a little chat with my friend, and, you know, take it easy. So I know he's away, and also this is something that I wanted to do for myself, like take myself out for this, but I just had like this urge to like not go home immediately after I left the gym or the center, and I just made my way to the driving range, like got some clubs and some balls, and I just stood there and I did my thing, and it was just so much fun just to be outside while the sun was setting, hitting some balls, watching them fly into the distance, missing some balls. I don't know why I'm saying it like that, but missing some of them. It was just like so nice and relaxing, and I'm like, this is like the shit that I'd want to be doing on a Sunday evening, like, or Sunday afternoon, not like fucking stressing about the fact that tomorrow's Monday and I have things that I didn't tick off from last week. You know what I mean? I'm like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, I get to watch the sunset. The geese were out on the course just walking, and it was just feeling like slow Sunday vibes, and I was like, yeah, this is great. And it just got me thinking about all the other activities that I wish I could be doing on a Sunday. Like, I genuinely honestly feel like my next thing is going to be learning how to ride a bike. Like, I don't know when I'm going to do that, but I feel like I need to learn how to do that shit, because I just feel like there's just something so cutesy and aesthetic about riding a bike. Especially like along the promenade or something along those lines. Like, I feel like that is so cute and wholesome, and I genuinely really want to learn how to do that and feel comfortable on a bike. It's so weird because I feel like I used to be able to do this when I was a kid, and then I don't know if just the booty got bigger and girls just stopped prioritizing that shit. Like, I just want someone to teach me how to ride a fucking bicycle. Is that so wrong? I'm like, can I teach myself how to do it? Like, is that possible? Because I could definitely see myself doing that, like on, okay, maybe not like a Saturday, but maybe a Saturday. Like, that's also super cute. But like a Sunday afternoon could be vibes as well. Just to be like on the prom, riding up and down, like just being cute, like listening to some music, get some ice cream after. And I honestly feel like that's what I really wanted to do like last year during the holidays, and I didn't really get to do that. And now I feel like there's this urge to like get back to activities like that, be outside. I think it's just so good for your mental to be outside and a little bit active. And I know for a fact that like when the warmer months like start rolling through, I definitely want to go canoeing. Like, that's one of the things that I really want to do. I want to go horse riding. Like, I don't know why, but I'm like suddenly obsessed with the idea of doing stuff like this, because I just feel like it would be so good for me. And I honestly feel like it's the best way to have like a bit of a solo date, is to do some cute activities like these. You know what I mean? So I'm just really looking forward to doing more of that stuff. Because even, was it last weekend? I went to the park, and I literally went and I sat in the park, and that was like so wholesome for me. Like, I like the idea of just being outside doing something cutesy, especially in the lead up to a new week. Like, otherwise I feel like I just lose my mind, and I've just been so anxious lately that I feel like I need to listen to myself in terms of like, if there's something that like my spirit wants in that moment, I honestly feel like I need to do everything in my power to honor that. Like, if on a freaking Monday I feel the urge to go walking along the beach, I feel like I need to honor myself and do that, because that's obviously like what my spirit needs. And I definitely do feel like I'm at a time in life where I'm like, I need to be shown like what's the next steps for me in this life, like especially like career wise sometimes. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what next steps to take. And honestly, the one thing that I found myself telling myself earlier is that with stuff like this, especially when you're trying to think of like, okay, what's next for me direction wise, like where do I need to go, how can I get myself a step closer to like where I want to go, sometimes the answer is not always clear. It's not always clear cut, and sometimes it takes like listening to like point you in the right direction. You know what I mean? And I mean listening in terms of paying attention to signs, like listening to like where your body is telling you need to go, or where your intuition is telling you need to go. You know what I mean? And that takes kind of like removing yourself from like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like removing yourself from like distractions in a way. And it can be so hard to get rid of distractions because they are what I feel like can help us cope when we feel like we're in times of confusion. And please just give me like a good 2 seconds. I'm gonna go grab my keys from the back. And I got them. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not exempt from this whole distraction thing. I honestly do feel like for the longest time I've been distracting myself with like, you know, overindulging in content and just not like really listening to myself and my voice. And now that I find myself in the situation whereby I feel like I'm feeling a little bit lost in terms of like knowing if I'm on the right path or not, and if where I am is genuinely where I'm meant to be, and if I'm not meant to be here, what are my next steps, and am I actually happy, and it's getting harder to like extract myself from those kinds of distractions in life. And you know, sometimes life will force you to pay attention, whether it's through the things that you're feeling or circumstances that happen around you. You need to be able to like read into those cues and like really sit up and be like, okay, shit, like what am I doing? And I think that I'm in that phase of life right now where I'm like, okay, I'm feeling these feelings. I don't think it's normal for me to be experiencing them on a regular basis. Like, what do I do here? Like, help me, like point me in the right direction. And as much as like the answer might not come on a silver platter with like, I don't know, a clear-cut song and dance and production of this is what you need to do to get here and this is the whole idea, I think it's super important to start taking baby steps to at least get you into a space whereby those things can become like more clear to you, right? So for me, I honestly feel like the call to be more in nature, the call to like go ride a bicycle, or a call to go canoeing or horse riding are all activities that take me outside of myself, you know, where I get to like really focus in on like nature and good vibes and being outside. And maybe like post doing something like that, there'll be a moment of clarity and an idea will come through and then I'll get to act on it. Like even now, I've just been to the range and I feel inspired to fucking create something to share with you guys. Granted, you'll hear it on Monday, not Sunday. Because I still need to go upload the other one from yesterday, but it's fine. But it's that sort of thing. And honestly, I feel like, and it's very weird for me, but I honestly feel like I'm able to create more when it's coming from a source of pain or struggle, if that makes sense. Because in doing this sort of thing, it's helping me express how I feel, and like I feel more obliged to find a way out. Now, do I wish I had that kind of momentum when I'm in a better space? Yes, of course. But I don't know, there's just something a little bit inspiring about being presented with a challenge and trying to find your way out of that situation in like real time. And I'm not even saying that I know all the answers. I really don't. I really don't. But I just kind of enjoy sharing how I feel and I guess observing the progression of life. Because like I can tell you like right now, these are the problems now. 6 months down the line, it could be completely different problems. So yeah. That is what I will say. Another thing that I will say, which my brother actually like pointed out for me, and I was feeling some type of way like a few months ago, like he was entering like a winning streak in life, and he started seeing a lot of repeating numbers, a lot of, I don't know, repeating numbers are like very special to me. Like, it's one of the things that I feel like connect me to my sense of source, if that makes sense. Yes, like I also do have a relationship with, like, you know, my spiritual team, which I like to call them, which is like God, my ancestors, the angels, and all of the people that watch over me. And I'm so sorry to anyone that's like hectically like religious. I feel like I'm more spiritual rather than anything. Like, that's me. That's my vibe. I'm a little bit woo-woo in that way. But I like it that way, you know? I do think there's something beautiful about religion and how it brings people together in some instances. Just in the sense of like community and all of that, because like I've watched my grandmothers like love that so much, and I've seen how much joy and peace it's brought into their lives. And maybe that's something that I'm lacking in my life, which is why I feel this way sometimes. But I honestly do feel like lately I've just wanted to have more of a connection with my spiritual team, and I feel like I've lent into them. Lent, is that a word? Like, I've leaned more into them in these past few weeks to give me strength to kind of get through the tough times. Like, because Lord knows I couldn't be able to do that shit on my own and keep my sanity. I've hectically, like, in the mornings as I drive into work, when I feel like I'm feeling super overwhelmed about something, I will literally communicate with them and be like, please just help me get through this somehow, some way. Like, give me the strength and the courage to do what I need to do today to get shit done. Like, help me. I'm asking you to give me, like, I'm asking you to allow me to lean on you to get things done. And things have got done. But going into this week, I feel like I'm going to like need to lean into them more, so that I just feel better about the week, that I don't completely crash out. Because I feel like there's been so many moments where I feel like I'm on the verge of crashing out, like for real. There's been days when I've woken up at 3 a.m, feeling like I'm about to have a panic attack, and I need to like walk to the kitchen to like calm myself down, or I need to quickly open up YouTube, listen to something to like calm me the fuck down, because I'm like feeling so worried about everything. And I'm like, you don't need to be so worried about this shit. Like, at the end of the day, it's not just you. There are people that have got you. But there's also this thing of like, I don't want to feel like I'm a weakling, or I don't want to appear like I'm a weakling. Like, everything's overwhelming me now. Like, what the heck? But I'm also like, okay, I don't want to be too strong, because then, like, what if you guys feel like you can keep this up for the longest time? And I'm like, no, I'm not here for it. Anyway, what was I trying to say? Yeah, repeating numbers. I've been seeing a lot of those lately, and it has been such a huge comfort to know that there's someone out there that's like watching over me and listening to my prayers and supporting me. Because I just feel like I need it. Like, this is a season of life where I just need support and strength that's beyond me. And therefore, like, I just want to make sure that I'm doing my best to kind of clear anything out the way that might be prohibiting me from communicating with those people. That makes sense. I just want to be able to make space to hear those messages when they come through, so that they can like help me get through this crazy thing called life. Like, I think in a way, being in those situations, being outside, like, genuinely does make me happy. And like, I wish I could do more of that. I wish I lived closer to the beach so I could go for a walk or a run in the morning, like, or in the afternoon even. It's a bit hard now because it's winter, but shit, like, I feel like I should be doing, not I feel like I should be, but like, it would be so nice to do a run or two like every afternoon and not feel like I'm coming back home like at 8 p.m. because that is what it's giving, because I live so far. I mean, that is a choice, and I could potentially move, but like, at a time where I'm like sizing up life and thinking about certain things, I'm like, I don't want to make any big life decisions right now when I feel like life is a little bit up in the air, if that makes sense. But yeah, I think I'm in a phase in life, which also is very beautiful, where I'm just like, okay, you feel this way. How do you want to feel then? How do you want to live your life? Like, what can we do within a week to make you feel closer to that? Like, also, don't just leave it for the weekend. What could you do during the week to get you a bit closer to that feel? Like, if there's something else that you want to do outside of your work, and I've been asking myself this question for years, and I honestly feel like I need to hold myself accountable. Like, what else do you want to do? Like, is there 15 minutes or 30 minutes that we can add onto our work day where you just focus in on the things that make you happy? Like, whether it's fiddling around with something that you find interesting, or anything along those lines. Like, let's do it. It doesn't have to. The thing with, like, also just trying to find what you are outside of work and, like, maybe expand upon, like, what you want to do, like, work-wise in future, you have to understand that it doesn't have to make you money, like, right now. Because this is the time where you get to play and have fun with it and see what works. So, like, play around. Like, you're not giving yourself time to play, which is what I'm telling myself. Like, you need to play. You need to give yourself chill time to think about shit. You need to be outside, like disconnect from all the noise. Like, it's just, yeah, I honestly think that's also why I haven't just been on TikTok for the longest time. Actually, I haven't opened TikTok in like 2 months, and I love TikTok. But I don't have no idea what's going on. You couldn't even, and I feel like it's my job to know what's going on, but I couldn't tell you for 5 marks what is happening on TikTok lately, because I'm tired, and I want to be able to feel tired and be tired, and yeah. Anyway, that's my rant for this Sunday. I hope that you learned something new, and I hope that you're actually having a great Sunday, honestly. If you're feeling the way that I'm feeling, or you're feeling great about life, I'm happy for you, and I love that for you, and keep it up, essentially. But yeah, that's kind of like where my thoughts are today. Thank you so much for listening to me. Don't forget, everything that you do in this life, do it with love and a sprinkling of magic. And I will catch you sometime next week. Okay, cool. Bye.